Have you ever wondered how pro engineers get their backup vocals to sit properly on their mix without disturbing or clashing with the lead vocals? Artists like Young John, Ashake, and even Ed Sheeran, on how it is mixed together and how it is blended together. Is there any formula? Is there any secret algorithm that you don't know about it? Right here on this channel and on this tutorial today, we are going to go deep down into backup vocals. So sit right here with me as we dive into it. Get your headset, get your popcorn, and sit here. Let's do something great. So here we are, guys, on FL Studio, and as you can see, we have our file on the line and arranged in our FL Studio and then we are going to only be working on the backup vocals for today's tutorial, and I'm going to be giving a play to this so that we can listen to what we have and see how we can start working on it from the start.
I'ma see waiting you define. Money no demand. All these souls wasting time. All these souls wasting.
Now, as you can see, we have our backup vocals, and these are our backup vocals that we are going to be working on. We have a lot of backup vocals on this one. I'm going to be taking this as a case study for this work that we are going to be doing today, and then we are going to be focusing much on this. So what we are going to do right now is that since we have our backup vocals, I'm going to be playing them one after the other for you to see how they sound, each of them sound, before we can dive into this work in particular. So now I am going to be muting. I'm going to be muting this, I'm going to be muting this, and I'm going to be muting this, and I'm going to be playing them one after the other for you. I'm going to be muting this, and I'm going to be muting this also. Now let's take a listen to this alone.
I'ma see waiting you define. All these souls wasting time.
Now you can listen to how it sounds. Bear it in mind that this backup vocals has already been mixed already. I've already mixed it, so I just want to teach you how to align this without clashing with our lead vocals. Here we have our lead vocals. These are our lead vocals, and these are our lead vocal sound, and there are a little bit of backup of this stuff here. Now you can see what I did there. I tried to consolidate this and then try to put in the backup into it. So I just consolidate everything together because of our CPU, you know, FL Studio and CPU stuff. So now we have this here, this sound this, and we have this here also, which sound this also.
I'ma see waiting you define. All these souls wasting time.
Now you can see the way that sounds. Now we have this also.
I'ma see waiting you define. All these souls wasting time.
So as you can see, what I actually did here is that this vocal 9 and this vocal at the top, and then this track at the bottom also, they are the same vocals. So I just have to split them. I have to like make them unique on their own so that they will stand on their own to enable me to be able to work on it better. So what we are going to be doing right now, I'm going to show you another backup that is here. Now you can see what I'm actually trying to achieve here. Now what we are going to do now, we are going to be turning everything on, then we are going to be turning off the lead vocals. This is our lead vocals here. I'm going to be turning it off. I'm going to be allowing the beat. We have our beat at the top here, as you can see. So I'm going to be turning the beat alone. I'm going to be leaving the beat alone. So what we are going to be doing right now is that I'm going to be sending this to a free Mr. track, which is, I'm going to be sending it to 14 is empty, so let's send this to 14. Bear it in mind that this backup has already been mixed already. So what I'm trying to do now is that to like balance it and do it in such a way that it will sound very clean to the ear. That is exactly what I'm trying to achieve right now. So I'm sending them to insert 4, insert 14. So after sending everything to insert 14, now this is how it sounds when you send it to insert 14. Now what I'm going to do now, you can see the insert is empty, there is no plugin on it. That is the reason why I'm trying to pass an information to you that this is already been mixed. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be adding a plugin to it. I'm going to be adding a multiband to this. Now adding a multiband to this, now what I actually want to use this multiband to do is to let my lead vocal breathe. So now what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to be highlighting this band here, as you can see, and I'm going to be coming here right here also like this, and I'm going to be marking this also. I'm going to be creating like up to 3 bound. As you can see, I created like 3 bound here, as you can see. Now what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be taking this up a little bit to this place, not that much. I'm going to be taking this also to a little bit to this place, and then I'm going to be working on the mid-range of this. Now I'm going to be bringing this down a little bit. Let's give it a play and see.
I'ma see what you define. I'ma see what you define. I'ma see what you define.
Now I'm going to I feel like touching my threshold to a little bit to like compress the mid-range a little bit for me.
I'ma see what you define. All these souls wasting time.
Now as you can see, this is what I'm using the compressor to do, the multiband compressor. I just want a little more time to like get to understand what we are trying to get. Yes.
I'ma see what you define.
So you're going to be listening to this in your ears and try to work on what you are trying to get. So let's do it together. Let's go.
I'ma see what you define. All these souls wasting time. I'ma see what you define. All these souls wasting time. I'ma see what you define. All these souls wasting time. I'ma see what you define. All these souls wasting time. I'ma see what you define. All these souls wasting time.
Now we got something that sounds very great using the multiband compressor. So what are we going to do next after adding our multiband compressor is that we are going to do our automation and balancing of the backup vocals. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to our backup vocals here. As you can see, I have this here. Now I want to pound this to the left. As you can see, I'm going to pound this to the left, and then I'm going to be bringing down the volume of this to the mid-range of this, maybe about 50% or something. I'm going to be leaving it at 50%, and maybe later on we can still work on that. I'm going to come down to this place. As you can see, I'm going to be panning this to the right. As you can see, after panning this to the right, I'm going to be bringing the volume to about 50% of this also. Let me check the percentage of the volume of this. It's about 48. This one also is about 48 also, as you can see. Oh, this one is about 48, as you can see also. Now what I'm going to do is that this one I kept this at the middle range of this. As you can see, I kept this at the middle range of this one to work as the middle range, because as you can see, the lead vocals here that we have some kind of little reverb sound hidden inside, so it's also sounding as the backup that I already consolidated together as you can see there. So now what we are going to be doing right now is that I'm going to be playing them together, solo this, solo the lead vocals, and let's see what we have done so far.
I'ma see waiting you define.
Now as you can see, there are a lot of difference on this. Let's give it a try again.
I'ma see waiting you define. All these souls wasting time.
Now as you can see, there are a lot of difference on this, so let's play it with the lead vocal and see how it sings with it.
I'ma see waiting you define. Money no the mind. All these souls wasting time.
So now I observed something, and this one I kept at the middle. I'm going to be dropping down the volume to a little bit, okay, to about minus 62, so almost about 62% of it. So I'm going to like
I'ma see waiting you define. Money no the mind. All these souls wasting time.
So as you can see, backing up vocals is all about blending and mixing them together for it to sound good. Anyone that deserves much volume, for you to turn it down at any high ratio or any low ratio that you feel you want to do, you do it. So what we can see here right now is that backing up vocals are something that you have to take your time to mix it, pounding, and try to play through it to achieve what you want to achieve. Maybe for instance, you can see maybe this, I kept this at the middle range, as you can see. So the reason why I'm keeping this at the middle range, because since the two both have been pounded to left and right, they're only going to go left and right, and the middle range is going to be very empty, and I don't want it to just sound that way. And this backup vocals are, this one is recording separately from the vocals, from the main lead vocals. So I really want that to sit at the middle range of it. That is the reason why you can see that I have to style it up in a way that I can understand what I am really doing. So as you can see, I have a lot of backup vocals that I've worked on. As you can see on the mix here, this is a lot of backup vocals that I already worked on, but I choose to pick this out of it so that it will be much more easy and much easy to explain to you guys on how I derive my backup sound. So thanks guys for watching, and I really want to appreciate everyone who has been subscribing to my channel, and I do really appreciate everybody. As you can see, I already hit 1k like, and I really do appreciate everybody who have been showing me love and be keeping this. So I decided to just bring up this tutorial, rush into this, and just bring it up to you guys so that you guys get understanding and clear understanding about this. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. One love.